doing it. You supposed to be happy you sitting there with Kid L. Why you mad?
The Kid L Podcast.
Rocking and rolling. Sino is in the building, man. How you doing today?
I'm good, man. What's up with you, L?
Chilling, man. You, DJ, BJ pulled up together, bro. It's
Yeah,
cool to see you
yeah.
pop out the car, man. How's
for
it
sure.
going? You know what I'm saying?
You far as hell, bro.
Is it far from you guys?
Not for real, but it is. I feel like 32, 33 minutes. That's kind of like far.
Well, you got to do airplane trips now with your acting roles and
Yeah.
celebrity stuff like that.
That's for sure.
How'd you get used to
You
that?
can pay me on the back end, by the way, for this. No, I'm fucking with you. Fucking with you. Fucking with you.
That's the hardest thing to get used to, right? You became an actor. You became a celebrity actor, and you became somebody that's being booked at every which angle for your roles and everything like
Yeah.
that. But you have to get used to that lifestyle. You used to be a rapper.
Yeah, man. That acting different, man. Because I mean, like somebody can say it wasn't people really like shooting a lot of videos when I first started rapping. Like videos was kind of like some shit that you would see every blue moon. You ain't gonna find too many KDZ and Tone videos and stuff like that. Mae West, Lodge Boys, a few of them. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. So by doing the acting, it's like you everywhere. You plastered everywhere. You can't go nowhere without being seen. You feel what I'm saying? You could listen to some music and the person might not know who you is, but I'm plastered on every TV in America for real.
Yeah, I watched in one of your talks too that people have a hard time differentiating the fact that you're you and that your actor role is a different person that's not you. It's just a person you're portraying.
Nah, for real.
Like serial cheater, right? Like obviously, like are people looking at you in that angle? Like what angle do people look at you and go like, oh, I forgot to separate the character from the actual person?
Plug Lug for sure. They hate me in that motherfucker. Well, they love to hate me in there. They love me, but they hate me.
What's going on with that? Why do they hate you?
They don't like how I did old girl. They don't like the fact that I got murder killed. They hate that part. So I might have somebody pull up in the parking lot and be like, you a hoe ass nigga, you a bitch ass nigga doing that bitch ass shit. And you be like, damn, my nigga, that's just a movie. But niggas take that shit serious. Like even when Cameron did that shit when he killed Mitch, like I ain't fuck with Cameron for a long time behind that shit. Like I felt like I took that shit personal. It's some wild shit in there.
But talk about these roles, man. Well, you know, Tubi's popping off. Movies are popping off. It's becoming more accessible, and it's also becoming not monetarily motivational because you're actually making money doing this shit, right? It's not just like before when everybody's like, I'll act in your movie, and you're doing it for free.
Yeah.
Let's rewind to day zero. Rap career. I think for the most part, people know what you went through with that. You established yourself to a high degree on that, but let's talk about the movie scene a little bit.
Okay.
How'd you break into movies?
Well, I broke into movies through music. You feel what I'm saying? Like you mentioned, T&B Films. Yep. My homie Moolah and BZ Jones, they had a film company together. So back then they were shooting videos like me, Streets of Russ, Doughboys, and a few people, and they from Southwest, but they was coming to Detroit shooting videos and stuff like that. But the way they was shooting videos was movie style videos. You know what I'm saying? So when they got to popping like hard and was doing so many videos and stuff, they just switched it up and wanted to go into movies because they felt like they did enough in the music, in the music videos. Yeah. So one day he had hit me up like, I want you to do a cameo in the movie, which was 211. Which happened to be like one of the biggest releases to this date for us. And I had a small little cameo. I thought it was cool. It was like whatever. Then we did another movie called Buffed Up. And I had a bigger cameo. And it was like, I kind of like it. It's cool. So one day I cracked on T like, hey, bro, I need a role, like a real role. I think I want to, try this shit. You know what I'm saying? And I still wasn't serious. I just wanted to be seen more on the screen because I seen how I felt going to the premieres and shit like that. So he gave me a role in Plug Lug, and besides my nigga 40 the Great, shout out 40 the Great and 5K1, I felt like he set this shit in stone with the independent movie shit. Like he was a star before any of us with the movie shit. You feel what I'm saying? So this one I found out that I had to act alongside of my nigga Murder, and I thought Murder was like nigga the Denzel of this shit to me. You know what I'm saying? As far as the independent film. And so I thought I was going to bite off more than I can chew, but I ended up going in there handling my own, man. The Plug Lug to this day, like one of the biggest independent films ever to date. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
And I just started taking that shit serious, man. And it turned out that this shit a career now. which is crazy.
Yeah, like Moolah really broke open the doors for independent filmmaking. You know, McGraw and everything. You got to be a part of McGraw, right?
Yep.
So you got to experience one of the heightened success in TV series and everything like that, which was at the time nobody else was really doing it.
No, nobody.
Untouched territory, really, right?
No. He really set this bitch aflame when it came to the movie shit. He definitely a pioneer to the shit, like hands down.
Yeah, because nobody wants to be like, I know people get upset when I say this, but nobody wants to be like a loser, actor, rapper, anything in the entertainment industry. Like you want some type of backbone to it, some type of structure where you know you're gonna make money, you're gonna get exposure, you're gonna build a brand and name. There was a certain time before them where there was a wild west of just like, hey, do you want to be in my movie? Hey, do you want to be in my movie? And there's nothing going on with these movies.
Yeah,
like,
it's still like that.
It's still like that, but at least you got guys like Moolah and like Dennis Reed, Desan Ford, and all these people that are actually still pushing the scene forward.
Yeah, people with structure that can really, make this shit happen. Yeah, and shout out to Dennis Reed, man. Like he going crazy. A lot of people going crazy in the movie game right now.
Yeah, for sure.
A lot.
Me and you got to present at the Detroit Film Awards a couple
Which was
years
last
ago.
time I see you.
Yeah,
Which was dope. That shit was dope.
It was crazy. I was standing
We
next
both
to you on the
was
stage.
nervous as shit.
I wasn't nervous.
I was nervous as shit. I ain't gonna lie. I'm always nervous when it comes to talking in front of crowds. Even though I do music and movies, I'm still always nervous talking in front of crowds, man. I hate talking in front of crowds. I feel like it's a million people watching me right
It's
now.
all your
I ain't gonna
friends
lie.
in the back.
Oh, man, that junk be crazy though.
Well,
but
we got to present these awards there, me and you together. It was really cool to see the audience's reaction to you. Like
Most
everybody
definitely.
right away was just clapping, going
Most
crazy
definitely.
once you came on that stage.
Most definitely.
And to be a part of that, you know what I'm saying? It's cool to see that there's success in this lane. It's cool to see that it's a possibility. Now, coming from your experience with these shows and being a part of the industry, what are some things that you're looking at that could be adjusted to help people's careers start, or to help reach out to the younger cats that are trying to get into acting, understand the logistics of it? How do you enter it properly?
Well, we got acting classes that we do spring, the winter, summer, and spring. We got acting classes we do. We got writers classes, and we got classes we do that get information on all the logistics of it. But I definitely want to say, like, you gotta do this shit like a basketball player would be in the gym. You got to go in the gym. You got to practice your moves. You got to get jump shots up. You got to sweat. You got to put in hard work and grind. You know what I'm saying? Like, I go to classes. I study film. Like, I don't even watch movies the same no more. Like, when I watch movies, I watch shit for mistakes, or I watch it for facial expressions. The reason that this person is saying this line, why did he do this? What was his background to make him be this type of person in the movie? You know what I'm saying? I don't even watch movies the same no more. So you got to really just, like, be straight and deaded to it. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real, like, I take this shit serious. Like, I don't play. Like, I get on set 8 in the morning, I don't leave to 8, 9 in the morning the next day.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
it's
like for real.
And you're taking it to the Hollywood level of, practice, but it's still the indie scene, right?
Yeah, most definitely.
Which is really cool, right? That's how you take it from indie to Hollywood.
Yeah, and if you think about it, it's not a lot of big film projects that's coming out right now, unless it's like Transformers, X-Men's, and that type of stuff. Other than that, we got the game on lock. The independent film game is just on lock. Detroit got the independent film game on lock. Like, for real. Like, I feel we can go up against any. Well, I ain't gonna say every actor. I ain't gonna sit here in front like every actor. But it's a handful that can go up against any actor in the Hollywood.
I think Detroit still needs to get its own Friday hit. Like, Buffed Up was as close as it got, I think.
Yeah.
But it needs like a real Friday hit where the production's in line, as well as the writing and the way it's all constructed is brought into line.
Oh yeah, we got some shit coming on that end, on the comedy level, and like, I got maybe like 8 or 9 films personally that I'm in that's shot, edited, scored, and ready to go. You know what I'm saying? So, like, 2024 gonna be big for me. So, like, I feel like this year my payday, like, I'm gonna scrape up all the money that I missed in the rap game with the movies. You know what I'm saying?
You had your run in the rap game, though, right?
I did. Like, rap was more so fun for me. Like, when it stopped getting fun for me, that's when I stopped. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I first did it, it was like, I don't want to say it was a mistake. I just always loved music. So when I did it, I was getting money. I was going to the clubs with all my friends. We had shirts on. We spending money. People loving my song without me having to really try. It wasn't no Instagram or stuff like that for me to do that. I was really in the streets, going to every club, pulling up on DJs, buying drinks, doing the real shit. Like, by myself, jewelry, money, doing all the right shit. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's a little easier now. If I could probably redo it and do it in this time, I'd probably be like huge. That's how I feel.
Well, you took yourself to the level of, like Chanel reaching out to you at that time, and you guys communicating about, having her team manage you and stuff like that, taking it more on a professional level. Yeah,
I think me and Chanel, man, had a hell of a run. That's my girl right there, man. That's my sister, and we had a hell of a run, like a real hell of a run. She taught me a lot. I'm sure I taught her a lot, man, and I ain't gonna lie, I wish we could do that shit again, man. Probably with the movies or something, though. But Chanel doing her thing.
I mean, hopefully everybody knows who Chanel is, but Chanel is one of the most prolific managers in the Detroit music scene. Right now, she manages Icewear Vezo, and she's managed a lot of main star celebrities that are Detroit's figures today. But at that same note, do you have a manager for your film career?
Nah, man. What BJ supposed to be, man, but he a full of shit ass manager right now. Janky promoter.
He's got the
ass
pizza
nigga.
cat, man. He's
like,
got
I really don't, man. I really be handling all the shit on my own right now until it just get too crazy. Like I say, 2024, I'ma need it because I got so much shit dropping. I got my own series dropping, my own films. I'm leading in like 5 of the 9 films. I'm leading my own series, you know what I'm saying? So I got a lot of shit going on, so I'm gonna need it.
So you got your own series coming out now for you personally?
Yeah, it's called H Block. So it's a spinoff to McGraw Ave, so it's based on my character. So it's basically what Raising Kanan is. It just show my character. It's a prequel, so it show my character and how I got up to me meeting murder and all the stuff that's going on. It's
so it's like
crazy.
The Better Call Saul to Breaking Bad type shit.
Basically, yeah.
Now, is this fully funded by Moolah Films too? Or
It's fully funded. Yeah, it's fully funded by us and the whole company. Yeah, okay. I am Moolah Film, so it's funded by the whole company. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Talk about the audience's reaction to your character in that show, and how you knew you could spin off and be successful with your character.
The thing about Luger and McGraw Ave, I think that they love the part of him that he want to get to the money, man. And he level-headed. He know how to think straight, and he ain't with the dumb shit. But he also on that bullshit. He gonna send murder on your ass. You feel what I'm saying? So I think they like my grittiness and my in the wit he has, and just the fact that he think level-headed and shit, but he a gangster. You feel what I'm saying? So one day, T came to me and said, like, the reaction to your fucking character is crazy. Like, I think we should just try a spinoff with your character. Yeah. At first I was like, it's kind of scary because you could drop this shit and nigga won't even fuck with it. Like, man, what the fuck made him do this shit? But once we got to doing the first episode, second episode, third episode, and I started seeing how my acting and shit was progressing, there's no way they not gonna like this shit. This shit is insane. Yeah. Like a nigga acting on some top tier shit. Like, I can't be fucked with.
Okay, sure.
Like real talk. I ain't gonna even cap. Like, I can't be fucked with. Like, niggas gonna see. Sometimes I feel like maybe these niggas think I ain't laying like that. You feel what I'm saying? And in the rap shit, I ain't really talk crazy like that. But this shit, they can't fuck with me. I ain't to be fucked with. For real. Like,
that's the thing about it. The inspiration of building these types of lanes for people that are upcoming entertainers, seeing somebody go from the rap game to becoming a successful actor, and seeing that you don't have to be stuck in that lane. You can try different things out and be massively successful at it at the same time, right?
Facts.
For any rapper that is kind of going through that, though, like where it's like, I know I'm multi-talented, I know I can enter different fields, and seeing you doing it, taking that leap, what did it take for you to take the leap and leave behind something that could have been prosperous as a rap career to acting career, which at the time, again, was just a fucking empty zone. Nobody knew it. Wild, wild west. Nobody knew what it could be.
Well, for me with the rap shit, I knew it could work because, like I say, I came up in the era with Mae West, Live Boys, Stretch Money, Tone, K Deezy.
You had hell of a producing things with you.
So I seen like hell of a take these people careers like to the next level. I seen how Tone was like, Tone couldn't even go to the mall at one point in time. Like, K Deezy couldn't go to the mall. All them, like, they couldn't even walk these places. And I think it came from like actually just having to have your do footwork. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, it wasn't really no internet. I don't know. It may have been, I don't even think MySpace was out then. I think MySpace era was over. I can't really remember, but it was fun. Like, it was fun, man. I was making music out of fun. I just love doing music. I love rapping, man. I love going to shows. I had liked all this shit. But then it got to the point where this shit just wasn't fun no more. Just the politics of it just the ass kissing, especially when you a good person, like, and you genuinely trying to fuck with niggas by DJ. You know, it's just like niggas leeches, man. Niggas trying to take you for your money and all that, and you know, all that type of shit. And I ain't going for that shit. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. And a lot of DJs and shit, I want to beat up. Like, I want to do a lot of, like, it got to a point where I was just angry with that shit. Just like, man, fuck this shit. I'm gonna try something else. But I still love music, and I'm always gonna love music. You feel what I'm saying?
They weren't like playing your music and shit?
No, they play my music, but sometimes they got a little bit on hoe shit. You know what I'm saying?
Playing the ops music, man?
No, hell no. I ain't got no option nothing like that.
Hey,
no,
what else can
no.
a DJ do wrong besides
they
play the ops
got
music?
on.
There's only two things you can do.
Man, they got on a lot of bullshit. It really started with just me fucking with BJ, and then that's when that niggas then BJ kind of came up like kind of fast in this shit. You know what I'm saying? Just put his job on the line for the Detroit artists. Like, I specifically seen when his boss would come in, like, you can't, like, stop playing that shit, bro. Like, you can't do that. He'll turn right back around, spin that shit again. I feel like he put his life on the line for this rap shit, and for them to kind of try to make me try to play me like that and not fuck with me was kind of like bullshit. But you know,
people don't believe that. It's crazy. Like, there is blackballing, and there is like ways of trying to shut down artists in certain ways.
Yeah. But I can't say they blackballed me. I can't say they blackballed me.
I'm not saying they blackballed you. I'm saying like those things exist where like other forces can try to shut down your sound or your value. Or whatever.
It can't happen. But to answer your question overall, with that, what you said is, I just lost the love for being an artist.
Right on.
Not doing music, just being an artist. It just was like, I'm straight. I don't like the vulnerability of being on flyers, having to come to shows and do all that shit. I just feel too vulnerable. I just didn't like it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
And so that leap of faith that you took to enter the music scene, the acting scene is a huge leap, obviously, like we said. And that's the thing that a lot of people need to pay attention to. Like, you can be jumping into a black zone and not knowing what the fuck's about to happen.
No, for real.
And it's probably the scariest thing. Did you have other ways, like, without, you don't have to get specific, but other ways of funding yourself so you can maintain and manage throughout this transition of becoming an actor? I know it's a fucked up word these days, but I always had a way of funding myself and keeping money in my pocket and keeping this shit going. Okay,
just
cool.
A natural born hustler.
Is it essential to have this type of money flowing in order for you to?
Hell yeah. Like, to do what? To act and do all that type of shit?
To rap, act, and
Hell
everything.
yeah. Boy, you got to have that money, unless you just one of the ones that just ain't got shit and just happen to blow up on some fluke shit, then you good. But man, hell yeah, because I mean, you got to go out and do shows. You got to get dressed. You got to be able to fund this lifestyle, man. And don't let you be the nigga that want to buy jewelry and shit and got to keep up with jewelry, keep up with all the trends, the Cubans, the diamond chains, and how you go from this to that, the watch game changing up on all that shit, boy. And you can't keep up with that shit, your ass is motherfucking grass.
Yeah.
For real. You got to keep up with that shit. So you definitely got to have that paper to keep this shit going. For real.
So it being easier to maneuver the way you're maneuvering because you have funds behind you and everything like that makes it easier, obviously. A lot of people don't want to take the leap because they're afraid that if they can't go back type shit. So
and afraid of failing, man. Like, you be afraid of failing. That shit's scary.
When you're first starting acting, kind of walk people through the learning phases of it. You became a student of the game once you realized you had to become a student of the game.
Yeah.
Did it start with acting classes, or did it just start with diving into material?
Well, quite naturally, like, I got just like a great personality, sense of humor, so that was kind of one of the biggest steps to being able to be an actor, because I wasn't too nervous on being funny or silly or trying some new shit, you know what I'm saying, because I just got a big personality. But luckily I had a good team behind me. My dog, we call him Coach Thomas L. Harris. He coached us through this shit, man. Me, Murder, Shorty, Lance, you know what I'm saying, Chris. He coached us all through this shit, man. And yes, we did take acting classes, and we got a lot of it on film and stuff. We're going to eventually put it all out, man, because people think like, you know, y'all just jumped in this shit. But no, like, behind closed doors, we really in there getting grilled in them acting classes and having to know what's going on in these scripts, man. And it get frustrating and it get hard sometimes, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, we love it, so we stick to it.
Talk about, you know, from Plug Lug to, you know, McGraw and everything like that. Which character do you think people give you the most notoriety for, or is the most popular character you have?
It's probably Plug Lug because I was a piece of shit in there.
And
I actually wasn't a piece. Well, I was a piece of shit.
And you don't seem like that. You seem like not that kind of guy, right?
But they think that I'm a piece. They take that shit serious.
Now, with that method and that technique that you have going on, how did you apply that to this character? How did you get involved in the character?
Well, when I read you talking about in that actual.
Yeah, in the series.
The series of Plug Lug.
Oh, let's go with Plug Lug.
Okay, well, Plug Lug. When I read, you know what? I actually wasn't gonna do that role because in that role, I had to tell on my wife. You feel what I'm saying? I wasn't gonna do the role, and me and T had gotten to it about that. Like, it's a fucking movie, da 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 da. But I had in my mind like, nigga, I can't go in there and snitch on no movie. But I'm not thinking movie. I'm thinking me. You feel what I'm saying? So when I finally got to do it, I'm like, you know what? Fucking, I'm gonna embody this motherfucking character. So I really, to tell you the fucking truth, if I could redo that role again, I'd really kill it for real. People think I killed it, but I really didn't kill it like I could kill it now. You feel what I'm saying? But for what it was worth, I did that shit good. But I got into it, man. Like, I got into it, and I just embodied that motherfucker as a piece of shit ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? I'm a cheating ass nigga. When my girl go do it, bitch, you don't supposed to be doing that. You can't cheat. You know what I'm saying? And I just put myself in the mind of a whole ass nigga.
So because it's so opposite of who you were as a person, it was harder for you to tell T, like, you know, you just told T, like, I can't do this role. Like,
that's what I told him when it was the snitching part. I told him I wasn't snitching. So at first I was supposed to be in the interrogation room snitching and telling on her, but I was like, man, make it a little sweeter, man, where it's like I can kind of tell on her sweet. So that's how it happened with me telling on her in front of the cops, to the cops in front of the building, slick, and people don't even remember, like, you snitched in Plug Lug? You feel what I'm saying? They don't even remember it because it was so, like, slick. You feel what I'm saying? So that's how that came along. But
is it like, if people even watch this interview right now, is it even comfortable for you to be able to say that even though you're talking about a movie? Is that how deep it goes?
I use it would feel like that, but yeah, I don't feel like that. You got past all that. Yeah, I'm past all
like
that. Like the
street stuff, it's like, all right, you know what?
I know who I am, man. That shit don't bother me.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy that people like look at it like that.
Yeah,
like,
but I was pissed at Cameron for that shit though. For real. I swear to God, I was pissed at Cameron for killing his mans and for going up there talking about he ain't snitching on no Harlem niggas but some DC niggas. I was pissed about that shit. So I get it. I understand why niggas be like this and why they take this shit serious. I mean, niggas that see me, nigga just was on my, was just under my post like, yeah, you at basketball games coaching and shit, but where McGraw Ave? Fuck that basketball shit. Like my nigga, like we talk about, I'm at a basketball game with my son, bro. Like my son play basketball. Niggas take that shit too serious, man.
He's supposed to be
you supposed to be filming McGraw Ave, nigga. You somewhere trying to coach a basketball game and shit. You be like, well, God damn.
I do. You know what? Look, man, there is a reality to that, and I do agree with people on one end. Like, you know, there's like this kind of meme that goes around that's like, how do you know a rapper fell off? 1, they start a cooking series. 2, they start a podcast. 3, they start like a vlog series. Like, that's how you know a rapper fell off. And I think what people really mean is like, you're not sticking to the mystique of who you are. You're trying to create content.
Right.
Instead of just sticking to what everybody wants it to be, right? So instead of creating content, people want this glorification of what a celebrity is. Like, for instance, we're not going to... Now we'll see Denzel Washington at the games. Now we'll see Denzel Washington more, apparently. But when he was doing training day and shit like that, he probably was more covered up at that time.
We didn't see him.
Yeah, it's like, let me hide out until you don't get
think that was what made it more like, damn, when you see Denzel, like, what the fuck? That's Denzel.
And to this day, there's a lot of actors that you don't see until it's screen time. You know what I'm saying? Like, only show... Like, you know what the best way to look at it is always treat your audience. How are you treating your audience? What are you giving them to make them go like, you know what, I really appreciate enjoy that. Yeah. So when artists are starting like cooking courses now, like a lot of rappers are starting cooking classes or whatever, it's like, okay, we don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, Gordon Ramsay exists, son. We don't need to watch you do this just because we like you. Now you're diluting your brand and who you are. When you go do this gangster rap movie, you're doing cooking at the same time. You're diluting how we perceive you. Right. So it is important for social media to be handled a certain way because every moment of that is your way of contributing to who you are as your own brand. Yeah. So I can see why people would get upset with that.
Yeah, and to piggyback on that, I think that it's a lot of people that like do rap, but I don't necessarily listen to their music, but I like them as a person because of things they do on Instagram or how they handle their kids or the way they treat their mother or their sisters and stuff. So I get what you're saying with that. And I feel that kind of stuff is a treat. You feel what I'm saying?
For sure, yeah. It could be, Everybody has different ways of consuming what you're offering.
Yeah.
Now, talk about, again, when we get back into that, to your roles, and we talk about the movie, but the TV series with McGraw, like, how did you get into your character?
Well, first I get the script. I read the script. I read the whole script because it might be a point where we all in the room and you might be doing your scene with Brody right here. I want to be able to know y'all lines too, just in case you be like, I forgot the line. I'll be like, hey, yeah, this the line. You feel what I'm saying? So that's off rip. I read the whole script to know the whole script from top to bottom, everybody lines and everything.
Yeah.
Depending on what the scenes are and what's going on in that episode or that movie, I try to embody and carry on each. If I leave one scene, so if I leave a scene where I just got into a shootout, right, and I come into the next scene and talk to my girl, I have to show y'all that I'm being vulnerable to this woman after being shot at.
Yeah.
Letting her know, like, these niggas just shot at me, all this. Or if I'm gonna be hyper, or if I'm gonna swing at the air like Cuba Gooding Jr., wherever the case may be, like, you gotta be able to take each scene and elevate with each scene. You feel what I'm saying? So I feel that I'm getting better with that. I feel that by me taking them acting classes, it's helping, because I still take them. So it's helping me more and more to embody each of these roles, each of these movies. You know what I'm saying? So all I got to say is 2024, people going to be able to see it and see how my acting elevated. You know what I'm saying?
When Will Smith came out and started talking about how he was really just method acting with Fresh Prince, and he didn't really know anything. And like the script itself, he would watch, his counterpart say their lines, and he would be reading lips while lip syncing with what they're saying in order for him to get into his next line. Yeah. It was crazy. The guy had no acting experience, and he jumped into and killed it.
It could be like that. You got some hidden gems that's just good like that. Like I say, Murder, one of them. Like, he never acted or nothing. Like, y'all see him as one of the greatest independent actors ever, but like, he ain't had no experience. I ain't had no experience. We jumped straight out the porch in the acting game. You feel what I'm saying? But it worked.
Yeah. Your work ethic obviously is the only reason that you can attain a level of consistency and getting booked and everything like that on the professional end. How much does that matter to this day? And when you're dealing at these major levels, at the independent scale, but still major in the independent scale, are you still witnessing these like unprofessional things that kind of hinder a production, like slow it down and things that make it hard to deal with?
I found out like I'm a hidden gem when it comes to like being on time. Like when BJ came and got me, he was kind of late, and I was thinking to myself like, I can't believe we about to pull up to this man podcast late. That's what I was thinking in my head. So just know, like, whenever I get booked or a person tell me it's 7 o'clock time, I'm probably gonna be here like 6:15. Right. Like, that's just me. You know what I'm saying? So I learned to not take on the bad habits like other people have when it comes to that part. You know what I'm saying? I'm a straight up professional. I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes I'll be like, maybe I should start being late. Maybe people respect that, but I can't. It's just a habit of being on time and being professional. You know what I'm saying?
One time Skilla Baby pulled up. It was his second interview, and I was 5 minutes late in getting him. I walked outside. He was pulling out. He's like,
it get
I'm
like
gone.
that.
And then I was like, bro, just
it
wait.
Get like that. It get like that because we don't like, people don't like sitting around places like we don't know. You know what I'm saying? It's just be like, hey, when I pull up, open the door, let me in. We gon', you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I get it, but for the most part, I'm professional all the way around. I don't play no games, man. I think time is money.
Yeah, and you know what's crazy about that? Even comic J. Will said during Buffed Up he was late, and the NT almost canceled the entire production.
Listen, man, J. Will, dog, but you can't be mad at J. Will. That boy's so funny, man. It's so, man.
He laughed his way into making one of the greatest Detroit hits in all time.
That's my dog, man. J. Will, that's my dog. We just was on the phone because we was cracking up about Brody in the Coney Island tripping out, talking about his food, and everybody tagging and talking about that was Jay Will. So we was just talking about that, man. But Jay Will, my guy, man, you can't really be mad at Jay Will, man.
What do you think was up that guy's story? The guy at the Coney Island.
I don't know, man. He was tripping, man. Maybe he had a bad day. Some people just have a bad day, man. Maybe. I don't know. What you think?
Well, look, the other day I ordered Chinese food and they forgot my plum sauce with my shrimp and broccoli, and I almost did the same thing. I was like,
oh yeah, you was almost flipped
I was
up.
there calling DoorDash. I'm like, yo, man, this is unacceptable.
I get like
they
that.
gave me my $2 credit. I'm like, that's unacceptable. Without my plum sauce, I can't eat my shrimp and broccoli. I was going crazy. I was like, I'm about to drive up to that restaurant and tell them like, you guys got to get your shit together.
Oh no.
And then I stopped and I was like, man, I don't want to be like, I don't want to be that guy.
Yeah,
like,
bro probably was just hungry as hell too at the same time. He was mad and hungry, man. So shit, he probably like, man, get my shit For real. But yeah.
But when you got your whole night planned and food is a part of the plan.
No, you know what? Matter of fact, yeah. Pizza Cat did that to me the other night, man. Put onions on my shit. And I got all the way home. I was on fucking fire with BJ and them, but it be like that
They
sometimes.
added onions, right? Or they didn't?
They didn't pose to have onions on there, but I think they do it to me just to fuck with me, though.
Yeah.
Shout out to Pizza Cat.
You're not
Best
throwing
pizza
away
in
the whole
world.
pizza if they throw on the extra onions, though?
No, I'm taking that motherfucker back because somebody can use it. I don't throw it away, though. I take it back. Let them use it. Yeah, I don't even fuck with the onions that way at all.
All right.
No.
Hollywood is obviously, still doing its thing. They had the writer's block and everything like that. But, it looks like it's reuniting. But does it ever cross your mind to jump into Hollywood? Do you ever think about going to Cali or anything like that?
No, I want to bring Cali to us if we gonna do anything. I think we the ones right now. We popping like they need us for real. You know what I'm saying? That's how I look at it. But I do want to work with certain people. Like even if I don't work with them, I want to meet Denzel. You know what I'm saying? I want to work with Taraji P. Henson. It's a few people that I want to work with and meet. You know what I'm saying? And if it happened, it happened. If not, it's still a dream of mine.
I was thinking about that last night. Like, imagine acting across from Denzel, bro. Like, would you even be able to handle it?
I don't know, bro. It's like it ain't too many people that I'm starstruck on. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's two people. Hove. When I met Hove, I was like that, and Denzel, I'll probably be like that. That's
who's
Hove?
Like
Jay-Z.
Oh, Jay-Z?
Yeah.
That's his other name?
Yeah, you ain't know that's what they call Jay-Z Hove?
No, I've never known.
For
that.
real?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it is kind of crazy. But
what about Jigga? You knew they called him Jigga?
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah, they called him Hove. Yeah.
So how'd you end up meeting him?
Through my Uncle Wes. People know him as Worldwide West. He took me to one of his concerts and we just went backstage and he was just there. Like, what's up, bro? Like, I didn't even tell him I do music. Like, bro, you got me through a lot of shit. I fuck with you, whoop-de-whoop. And he posed up to take a picture, and then it was that. And that shit just went viral. And this was when Hov wasn't even taking pictures with niggas. Like, that shit wasn't no thing. Niggas ain't just jumping in no picture with Hov. But now it's a big thing. Everybody doing pictures and all that shit. So that was a big thing. That was a huge moment for me. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
That was a huge moment for me. For me personally. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I ain't talk about no music or nothing. I ain't tell him I did music or none of that shit. I just told him that he motivated a nigga. I fucked with him, and you know what I'm saying? He got me through a lot of shit. That was a big moment for me.
Is movies the only thing on your mind right now, or are you pivoting to something else?
Yeah, really movies right now. Writing films, producing them, trying to get into like the sports thing. Now that my son is in high school playing basketball, I want to do like something dealing with sports, kids, stuff like that. I don't know. Maybe start with getting my own AAU team. I don't know. AAU program. I don't know. But sports, doing something with kids, things of that nature, and just writing and producing films and stuff like that. And still writing music, and producing music. Like me and my homie Dre Butters, BJ. That's what we do. That's the thing I love to do, produce music.
So you're actually still in the back end of things when it comes to music.
Oh, yeah. I ain't gonna never stop. Like I said, I ain't gonna never stop doing music. I record it, but as far as being an artist, no.
Talk about some of the behind the scenes work you've been doing with music.
Well, a lot of people don't like when you talk about what you wrote and all that stuff. The artists don't. So, but I have wrote a lot of stuff. I have produced a lot of stuff with Dre Butters, like locally and in the industry and stuff like that. So if you go to Tidal or something and pull up my name in the search bar, it'll show you songs I've written and stuff like that.
Yeah, people are freaking out about that. I think Detroit Rap Daily posted a video of Benzino having a ghostwriter.
Yeah, but it's
talking to him, and they were like, we'll pay $20,000 if you guys pay us $20,000, we'll show the entire session of Benzino getting a ghostwriter.
Don't nobody want to pay no $20,000 to see you writing for Benzino, man. Like, knock it off. Like, knock it off. And you think Dre is hiding that Jay-Z wrote for him, or all these type of things? Like, it happens, man. It's the industry, man. It's how I go.
Well, Dr. Dre being written for is like common sense, right?
It's common sense.
You
it's
could
common
hear
sense.
it.
But you got some people that don't like to say that. Like, man, why you going around saying? But like, bro, I get paid for it. It's like my name is right there. All the person got to do is look up and see my name.
Yeah, like if somebody wrote for Snoop Dogg, I wouldn't give a fuck. I'd be like, I'd rather hear Snoop say it than your ass. Like,
I don't care, man. It don't none of that bother me. Don't none of that bother me. Now, if you just writing whole albums and albums and albums and the person never wrote, then that's a problem. Like, okay, like, come on.
It depends on the material. If the material's street, hood, gang related, or something to do with like personal life, or something that's like totally outside of the realms of what you've experienced, then it's more of a problem. If somebody's helping you tie lyrics together, I don't think that's a problem.
No. Because a person might not know how to have certain cadences and certain deliveries and stuff. So people do need help. It just happens. So I mean, it is what it is.
For sure, man. How's the personal life been, man? Managing all this, managing the acting career.
I learned to cut off the outside world for the bullshit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I really recently lost my my brother Tug. So it was like once that happened, man, I realized how short life is, and just like fuck what people feel about me. Like, I don't give a fuck. You can say whatever you want to say, as long as you don't threaten me and my family or do no harm to me. I wouldn't give a damn what you say. It don't bother me. It don't matter to me. So I'm just at peace with a lot of shit now. You know what I'm saying? All the bullshit I leave behind. So it's pretty good, man. My kids healthy. I'm healthy. My mama good. My pop's good. My step pop's good. Everybody good. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Life's great minus the bullshit. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, being able to push away other people's mental states. You know what I'm saying?
And that's another thing. So not to mean cut you off. I stopped taking on a lot of people's problems. That was a big thing for me. Like, that gave me a lot of stress. Like, that shit gave me high blood pressure. Like, for real. Like, taking on a lot of people's problems, I stopped that. Like, that shit over. I'm not taking on people's problems no more. And you can't, people be like so entitled, man. Like, I used to take that shit like, damn, maybe I should be doing this. Or maybe like, no, nigga. No, it ain't going like that. That entitlement shit, all that shit over, man. So I'm at peace with, I don't give a fuck how people feel about me, none of that shit. I'm at peace. My kids happy. And as long as my kids love me, I wouldn't give a damn.
Yeah, taking on people's problems is like, it seems noble, but sometimes it actually hurts the person that you're helping too, as well as yourself.
Facts. Because like, you want me to give you $2,500 for your rent or mortgage, but then what happened when you need it again? And I give it to you again, but then I don't give it to you that third time. Now I'm a hoe ass nigga, bitch ass nigga. I don't do shit for me.
Yeah.
But I'll put you in a position to make some money. But a lot of people don't want to be in position to make no money. They want you to just give it to them.
No.
People don't want to work. And I can't go for that. That's on you.
And then once you cut them off, they either they figure it out and they do it on their own, or they lose them.
Or they go around talking shit about you all
or
day.
That too.
And you got to keep hearing that shit. Dog been saying I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, with relationships, I learned that too. I had a friend that was constantly calling me about her boyfriend, and they had problems, like always had problems. And every day she would call me about the problems. And then one day I was like, man, I feel like if I just keep giving her answers, it's never going to end. So one day I was like, look, I can't talk to you about this no more. I'm not going to answer the phone call. If you're
and it just fuck your mental up. You just thinking about they bullshit all day.
And I remember she stopped calling me, and then like 3 weeks later, she was like, yeah, we ended up breaking up. I was like, God damn, after 3 years of you calling me, finally we broke up?
Right,
but
like it took 3 weeks.
It was like I was part of the thread of keeping it going. Even though I thought I was helping, I was actually hurting the situation.
You was hurting the situation, You
know what I'm saying?
Because she ain't know how to put her big girl pants on and lead the situation. Yeah, sometimes you got to leave people to fend for themselves and make them big boy decisions. It just is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's and instead of people looking at you like you're hoeing them or whatever the hell, it's almost like, nah, bro, I'm helping you.
Yeah, for real.
Make decisions.
Yeah, you got to be a grown up, man. It's time to strap on your nuts and make shit happen.
Is there anything that you, like on a spiritual level, that acting does for you or does internally for you, that without it, you would have some type of emptiness?
Yeah, being on set and going through the grind of being there 24 hours, like I say, I could be on set 24 hours, like literally, like 24 hours working literally, like 8 a.m., get on set, I may start at 11 a.m., and I be on there to 7, 8 a.m. I be exhausted, shit like that. But when I sit at home and I ain't filming for another week, I be there like, fuck, what would I do without this shit? So I love it. You know what I'm saying? I do love it. I do love doing that shit, though. But it gets draining at times, you know what I'm saying? Especially having to be another person. Think about it. You got to go in there and act to be another person.
Yeah.
That shit kind of crazy.
For sure.
Like the Joker, you see how he was so indebted in the character that he died. Like, he was just fucked up in the head.
Yeah, it's crazy that you just said that. I was just gonna say Heath Ledger Joker. Like, he literally embodied that character to the point where it probably drove him crazy. Yeah, it's possibly one of the reasons that he ended his life.
Yeah. So I sometime I wake up early 6 a.m. and leave. My kids be asleep, and I come back. My kids be asleep. So it might be 4 days. I come in, don't even see my kids woke. You feel what I'm saying? But it's the sacrifices I take to be great with this shit. You know
So
what I'm saying?
off camera, are you maintaining the integrity of what the character is, or do you try to switch on and switch on?
It depends on. Yeah, I actually do. Because sometimes I'll be sitting at home and I'll actually be running lines in my head. I'll be at a basketball. I could be at a Pistons game, bro, and be sitting there talking to myself, running lines. People think I'm crazy, but I'm sitting there and I want to make sure that I stay in the zone with it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I do.
But can people catch you at the wrong time and be like, "Yo, what the fuck?"
Yeah, they be like, "Well, what you doing?" They was like, "You reading lines, ain't you?" I'll be like, "Yeah, I be doing that." You know what I'm saying? I just be sitting there and I just be there, and I whisper to myself and I say it. Then I'm shaking my head and facial expressions and I'm doing all that, and people think I'm weird, but the people who know me know what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying?
But even to take on the attitude and the persona without even reciting lines, like, do you do that? Because I know even Goodfellas, like Robert De Niro and them, were like literally turning into the mafia lifestyle.
Yeah, most definitely. Sometimes I even. This may seem weird, but depending on what the role is, like with Luger, sometimes I get on the it's a school by my crib, and sometimes I get on the track and just run and recite my line. I don't like running. I don't like working out for real. I know I got to. This motherfucker a little fat, but I don't like working out. So sometimes working out makes me mad because I don't like doing it. So I might get on the track and run and recite my lines to get across the anger I want to get across in a certain scene or something. You know what I'm saying? It's just few tactics that I do.
That shit's interesting as hell. Are there any other other phases of shit that you do to keep your character in line?
Y'all niggas funny.
Spill out the secrets, man.
This real shit though. These niggas laughing, but this real shit. That's a lot. It's a lot of stuff I do, man. Like for the Christmas movie. I don't know if you've seen the Christmas movie. We got a Christmas movie out called Very Merry Hood Christmas. Like for that movie, man, I spent a lot of time like with my family for real, just because we shot it in April, so it wasn't even a holiday. So I spent a lot of time, I got my family together and just spent a lot of time with them like over the course of 2, 3, 4 days, and that really helped me embody the character because the movie was like one of my favorite movies I filmed, I ain't gonna lie. So if you get a chance, go watch it. It's called A Very Merry Hood Christmas. It's on Tubi,
So spending a lot of time with your family was one of your ways of developing your character?
Yeah, because like after my grandma had passed, like we didn't spend a lot of time together with each other. Like we had stopped the Thanksgiving dinners, the Christmas dinners. We stopped linking up on people's birthdays and shit like that. So I felt like that was something that I needed to, get in the zone for that character.
When it comes to a role, like even in McGraw and everything like that, and to have come from areas where you actually experience the things that the show is portraying.
Yeah.
Does it make it easier? And do you actually try to engage in those thoughts and memories while you're actually on scene?
It helps. Like what would because Tia tell you like do what Sino would do in this situation. You know what I'm saying? Or do what have you ever been in this situation? Do it. So that definitely helped to come from the ghetto, come from the hood, from the slums to embody that role of Luger. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you almost wonder if like somebody who's I guess Robert De Niro doing Goodfellas and Casino, he was never a gangster.
He never was a gangster. So that's what I'm saying. Imagine that. How cold you got to be to portray that. You feel what I'm saying? Like for him to go to that and then you meet him and he just a total different person. You be like, man.
So what do you think roles you're interested in that aren't anything that embody anything that you've actually experienced in your life?
That I would want to do?
Yeah.
I think they putting together a movie where I'm a play a cop. I want to play a cop.
God damn.
Yeah, I want to play a cop. Now I wouldn't have did this 10 years ago, but I want to play a cop, like a detective, or I don't want to say crooked cop because a crooked cop I feel that's easy. Like I could be shady. I want to play like a real good guy cop, you know what I'm saying, and get into some kind of bullshit or something, I don't know, that make me decide if I'm going to go crooked or if I'm going to stay on the right path.
Like bending the rules a
little
bit.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So, I think that's one role I definitely want to do. I want to play a cop. So,
who do you think was the better actor in Training Day, Ethan Hawke or Denzel?
You know I'm going to say Denzel, man.
But think about it, though.
But Ethan Hawke tripped, though. Yeah. He tripped in Training Day. I can't even get it twisted. He tripped in Training Day. He tripped.
Yeah, that bathtub scene was insane.
Yeah, he tripped. I ain't gonna lie, he tripped in it. And that's crazy that you asked that because that is something to think about, though.
Yeah.
That's something to think about. What you say? You gonna say Ethan Hawke?
No, I'm gonna go with Denzel because he has more memorable, reciteful lines that will still the stage.
I think that's what made Training Day extra cold, is because of the lines you had to recite.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
Sure.
I think that's
like there is no real Ethan Hawke lines that you recite from that movie. It's all Denzel lines.
Yeah, but he was just he was damn good. I don't think nobody else could have embodied that role next to Denzel than him.
What's your favorite hood movie of all time?
Favorite hood movie all time? Probably Friday. Friday, for sure. Because I feel like Friday was one of the ones, like, when we got that movie, it was like, it made everybody feel like it was they hood. Like, this could be they hood. No matter where it was in America. Like, that's what I felt like. Damn. Friday made me feel like I was on Finkel. Like, all these people could be my friend. I know a Smokey. I know a Craig. I know the crackhead girl. And I know a Nia Long. And, you know what I'm saying? I know a Pops. All that. So I felt like Friday was one of the ones that embodied everybody's hood.
Yeah, and then when it comes to the gangster ones, you got Boys in the Hood and Menace to Society, which really brought out like the extreme side of it.
Oh yeah,
right?
for sure.
And
now, which one you gonna pick from that though?
I'm gonna go with Boys in the Hood because it had more of a balance.
Okay.
I feel like Menace was a little bit too.
It was just straight all the way.
It was just too cutty, yeah, throughout the thing. I think it was a little unrealistic.
Yeah,
just a little
when
bit.
You look at it like that, you have to go with Boys in the Hood.
Yeah, Boys in the Hood had a little bit more of a balance between like living a normal life and it being crazy. Like Boys in the Hood, I mean, Menace to Society, watching a videotape of you murking somebody at a fucking liquor store,
right?
And like everybody being so hyped about it,
passing it around, and all that.
You feel like that's a realistic scene? Like your boys literally sitting around watching a VCR.
Hey, but you know what's so crazy?
Huh.
These cats these days is that dumb.
You think?
No, you don't?
Well, yeah, social media is showing that. Yeah, social media is showing that. Because now social media is what they were watching on their TV screen.
I mean, we look at Metro Detroit News and see some shit that we cannot believe. Like, think about it. How much shit you done seen on Metro Detroit News? You be like, no way.
Every morning.
That's what I'm saying. Like, no way they just did that.
Yeah.
So, it's more realistic now because they that goddamn stupid, but you know.
Yeah, they had like a movie last year that had like every Detroit rapper was in it. Like Skillet Baby was in it.
That was you ain't talking about not Bandemic, right?
It was a Cheddar. No, not Bandemic with Jack Funny. I'm talking about it was one where I think Cheddar Boys had shot it or something like that.
And Skillet Baby, the leading role, the lead. I just watched that too. I can't think of the name.
Yeah, Bandemic did good as well. There is like obviously that line of what's really going on versus like real movie productions, like the line of using a bunch of famous people to promote a movie versus actually making like a real movie.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that line?
It's a lot of the popularity thing going on, like which I get it for some directors or filmmakers what they trying to do. That might be they goal, but for us, we trying to mold actors on our side. We trying to mold actors like. If we get somebody to come in that ain't laying like that, when they leave, we want them to be laying like that, or at least by the second, third, fourth film. You know what I'm saying? We want them to be like become a household name.
It hurts the industry a little bit because of what you guys are trying to do is actually form a proper infrastructure where there's credible actors, people that actually are experienced and take their craft very seriously versus, again, the popularity schemes, which basically can trick an audience to come to watch a movie that doesn't have any substance or real depth to it. And then when your movie comes out, they might be like, "No, we're not about to do that. I'm not about to pay $50 for a ticket again." Fuck that shit.
Because you're right. Because guess what? The first thing everybody say, is it one of those Tubi movies?
Yeah.
You be like, no, it's a movie. You know what I'm saying? Is it one of those Detroit movies? There's a lot of people that don't want to watch Detroit films or Tubi movies because of bad experiences they had with other movies. So when we finally do reel them in and watch one of our projects or something, they be like, oh no, this real acting. Like y'all doing some, I like this. You know what I'm saying? They respect it.
Yeah.
We want them to respect our work, man, and really love it and love what we do as far as the acting and shot selections and the storyboards and all that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying?
And that's why it's so important to hold integrity to what you do. Everything that Sino touches, right, or Moolah touches, everything that you guys all encompass together has to have some type of credibility and substance to it.
Most definitely.
It can't be a cash grab because if it ever becomes a cash grab, then you just lost a whole sector of audience that will never trust you again, right?
Yeah, they don't, that's like, that'd be like wrong for us to do. You know what I'm saying?
But you know what's crazy? Hollywood's doing it for real. Like, again, even when we go back to De Niro, like he did like Dirty Grandpa or some bullshit.
Yeah.
And like shit like
yeah.
that. It's like, come on,
yeah.
De Niro, we've been watching.
But Dirty Grandpa wasn't that bad. Though.
Was it straight?
Dirty Grandpa wasn't that bad.
It looked like shit in the trailer.
No, that wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad. But I know what you're saying though. Like to come from that to that is
like Denzel hasn't done it yet, right? Denzel hasn't like fucked up.
I don't even think Denzel gonna even play them games though.
Yeah, he doesn't fuck up.
I don't think he played them games.
Who's fucked up? I
don't even think he played them games.
Who's been like somebody we've watched their entire career and then they just started doing bullshit? Like Al Pacino and De Niro for sure been doing bullshit. I mean, that's just facts. Well, who's done some bullshit that's like, fuck, man, how'd you do that to us?
Not none. I don't think not none are outside of them. I don't think none are. Did Jamie Foxx do a few of them? Jamie Foxx did. I just seen Jamie Foxx do. Well, that was kind of good though. He did something where he was the
vampire one.
No, not the vampire. He was like a
Tyrone
rodent inspector or something. He rode around in a little raggedy truck, man, and killing dead ghosts. Something, and it actually was kind of straight though. But
yeah,
is that what it is?
Yeah.
Daylight or something?
Yeah.
Something to that effect. Yeah. That wasn't bad though.
Jamie
Daylight
Foxx,
wasn't bad.
He's
It
still
wasn't
doing
that bad.
straight. He's still doing straight.
He wasn't
for
that
sure.
bad, but he ain't went off too crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I see what you're saying about Al Pacino and
I think
Robert
Chris
De Niro,
Tucker
though.
had the biggest fall off when it comes to doing awesome ass movies and then just
Where you think he
just
went?
disappearing, huh?
Disappear. Oh yeah.
Well,
on the
he had
disappearance
Money
tip, yeah.
Talks, right? Money Talks was
Yeah,
huge.
yeah.
And then obviously he hit it with Friday. And then, obviously he did the Rush Hour series, which was phenomenal.
Yeah.
Like one and two are good, 3. And then he went Christian, I think, or something like that.
Yeah, I think it was one of those things like sometimes you just get tired, bro. It may not serve no purpose to him no more. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it just happens like that. You just get tired and just want to move on. But yeah, for the fans, like he hurt us. Chris Tucker posted. No, for real. Chris Tucker posted came on and gave us a little more, man. You know what I'm saying?
As far as what you want to accomplish with the film industry in Detroit, what do you think in your mind would be the best circumstance for Detroit to become successful as a Detroit film industry?
I want to buy one of like these old high schools. You know what I'm saying? God willing, I could buy one of these old high schools, maybe Cooley, my old middle school guest, or it's a lot of schools that's closed down, like Detroit Public Schools, and I would love to turn it into like a big film studio where you can learn film, learn acting and stuff, and it also we just build a big ass set. You know how like Tyler Perry, obviously ain't gonna be as big as Tyler Perry, but God willing, if it can, that'd be cool. But something like that where they can come learn acting and we can have sets in there where people can come film in there and stuff like that, and bring more actors, from Hollywood here to come film and do stuff here. Yeah, that'd be dope.
So this is a 24/7 for you, man, which is crazy. You even saying like you're working around the clock to get a film done and everything like that.
Facts.
Productions are taking them, assuming 30 to 90 days, something like
Hell
that.
no, for a movie,
7
7
days.
7 days. I just shot 3 movies.
What
three
the fuck?
movies. I just shot Peer Tutor. I just shot my last 3 movies was Peer Tutor, Take Me to Dinner, and Offer You Can't Refuse. We shot them in 7 days.
Is it a risky endeavor to not have enough concentration into one film and spreading yourself to 7 films at one time? Like, or do you feel like it's a balancing act and this is like a new opportunity for people because it's never been done before?
Yeah, it ain't never been done before. And long as you keep the content interesting and as realistic as possible and keep this acting up to top tier, you're going to win.
Yeah.
You're going to win.
Now, the last question I want to ask you, you said that, before you felt limited in where your acting roles could be because you were worried about the city's perception.
Yeah.
Now you're over all that.
Yeah, I'm over that. I
But
ain't doing
there's
no.
obviously
Obviously. We ain't gonna say that, but obviously I ain't doing that. That ain't
certain lines
happening.
but
No facts.
as far as a role, you wanted to play a detective maybe or something.
Yeah,
as
little
long
cop,
as
something like that.
But is there anything that people, a role that you have played that is far apart from, Plug Lug, that is far apart from McGraw? Is there anything that people haven't seen that you wish people saw but they didn't see it? Or enough eyes didn't watch it, a role that you've been a part of?
Probably Birthday Behavior. Yeah, Birthday Behavior. That was a movie where I played like a sucker. I was like a simp, crying for my girl to marry me and all wimpy and shit like that. That was a good one. Like for the people who have seen it, like everybody know, like I can get versatile with anything. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's why T took me out. That's why I'm in so many films now, because my versatility is really crazy. You know what I'm saying? So this year they gonna see. Like I say, I'm standing on business with that shit and I'm on that.
For sure. Is there anything you want to shout out to the audience before we sign off?
Yeah, shout out Lily Mae Southern Buffet. Y'all make sure y'all go check that out. 29221 Southfield Road.
What's at this buffet, man?
Southfield, Michigan. Yeah, you got to come out, man.
What is it? What's going on?
It's a soul food joint.
Is it a real buffet
yep.
or is it just like this?
It's buffet style.
Okay.
Yeah, it's buffet style. So you go pick what you want off the menu and all the food right there, and it's soul food. You can get what you want.
What's the meal? What's the main meal?
Turkey leg. So you can get a turkey leg. You get macaroni on there. When you go get a turkey leg, get macaroni on there, red beans and rice, and candy yams, but only put the gravy on the red beans and rice. You feel what I'm saying?
Okay.
Man, just let me know.
I'm a gravy man. I'm a gravy man.
I'm saying when you come, just call me and let me know.
Bro, I go to restaurants. I get biscuits and gravy.
Oh yeah.
You never get biscuits and gravy?
I got biscuits and gravies at a Cracker Barrel when I was just in Kentucky.
Isn't it like a crazy experience?
It's different. It's different. I actually like it. I wasn't never know. My granddaddy was into that type of stuff. But I actually, as I got older and I'm getting older, I'm trying like granddaddy shit and daddy shit, like nigga, full-time daddy. So he be like, you know what, let me get some biscuits and gravy. You know what I'm saying? I just ain't started the coffee thing. I don't do the coffee thing.
Coffee's legendary.
Yeah, I ain't got to the coffee thing.
That's cocaine in a can, bro.
Yeah, I ain't got to that yet. Yeah. The coffee thing, I don't do the Red Bulls, none of that. I ain't got to that part.
No, the caffeine is bullshit. Like that type of stuff is because there's so much stuff in it. At least coffee's from the earth and shit.
Yeah.
It's not chemically factored.
Yeah, so I ain't got to the coffee yet, but
how do you wake up? Then you just get up and go? You don't?
I just get up and go. I don't.
Just high energy.
Yeah, I probably don't even eat until like 1 or 2 o'clock. I don't even eat breakfast.
Okay, for sure.
Yeah, I ain't no breakfast type person. I have to be like out of town, out of the country, or something to really want to eat breakfast. I just get up, take a shower, give me a water, and walk out the door.
Workhorse, goddamn.
Yeah, so
Sino, man, it's always, every time people come on this couch, just like DJ BJ, man, when we talk about Detroit history, you guys have engraved yourselves in the history itself. You know, you guys are memorable for multiple reasons, not just one career lineage of your career, multiple facets. You guys have stood up as public figures in Detroit, and you guys represent everything very well, man. And
thanks, bro.
Hearing about the professional level that you guys are accustomed to should motivate people to take that and run with that, because being professional, being serious about your craft, really diving into it is the only way you will find success in any industry, right?
Yeah.
And just dealing with you guys today reminds everybody of that. So appreciate you being a part of this, man. I'll go check out a couple more of your films tonight.
Facts. And one thing I wanted to say, though, before I told my friend I mentioned this, right?
Yeah.
So I feel that I know when they was trying to bullshit, say you a culture vulture and all that type of shit. Me personally, I don't feel that. And when you said that you didn't get the rap music, you were saying like you didn't get some of the rap. It's okay to not get some of it. It's okay, but you still want to learn. You still bring these artists on the platform to understand where they're coming from, and I think that's real. You know what I'm saying? I personally don't think you're a culture vulture. I don't think you racist or none of that. I feel that you very interested in the culture to be able to want to do this. You feel what I'm saying? That's how I feel. And to say this, I want to say this too. Yeah. People don't know that. I don't know if you remember, like when we was all in the DIA, they had all the rappers in the DIA. What was it called? Oh, that boy over there sleep. Oh, it was in the DIA, but they had all the rappers in the museum downtown in Detroit, Institute of Arts. It wasn't a black person that did that. It was an Asian woman that put that whole thing together. She's not a culture vulture. She was really interested in the culture and really wanted to do that for the city. And I think that it probably wouldn't even got done if she didn't do it. So I want to commend you. You know what I'm saying?
No, I appreciate that, man. And when that whole thing had happened, all I was thinking to myself was like, damn, bro, when you're in love with something and then people tell you you're not in love with it, it's like that's
facts.
You know, I was never even mad at the audience of people. I was more mad at like the people in the system itself, like the people in the entertainment industry that were like not speaking at all or not even messaging me or talking. I was more hurt by that because in me, it's a reflection of my peers to say, yeah, we do feel that way too. Yeah. Instead of it, like, audience is always going to think what the audience is going to think.
That's it.
But when it's your peers, it's like, that's where it hurts. So it's like, damn, son, you know me.
I'm a good judge of character, bro.
You sat next to me.
I don't believe
But it's all good
that.
now. Everything's good. Detroit really supported the fuck out of me. Yeah. Everything that attempted to take me down ended up backfiring, and now I'm in a really, really good position to help and gain exposure. Thanks to you and DJ BJ for helping this thing keep afloat. Because, you know, when people like you come on the show, it shows we're trying to do the right things, and we're trying to put this thing to happen the right way.
100%.
We're at Parallel Sound Studio, High Level Visuals, shooting these productions. We're out. Yeah.